Breaking news for every Social Security recipient watching this video right now. The Social Security Administration has just locked in a permanent raise that will affect your monthly payment for the rest of your life. And today, we're revealing the exact new amount you'll be receiving. If you're on Social Security, retirement, SSI, or SSDI, this is not a temporary boost. This is not a one-time payment. This is a permanent increase that compounds year after year. And if you don't understand how this works, you could be making critical mistakes with your budget and your benefits right now. So stay with me for the next few minutes because what I'm about to share will directly impact your financial security for years to come. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we break down every Social Security, SSI, and SSDI update in plain English so you never miss a payment, never lose a benefit, and always know exactly what's coming. We don't do clickbait. We don't waste your time. We give you the facts, the dates, and the action steps you need to protect your income. And if that sounds like something you need in your life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, because the Social Security Administration doesn't always explain these changes clearly, and we're here to make sure you're never left in the dark. All right, let's get into it. So what exactly is this permanent raise we're talking about? It's called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. And every single year, the Social Security Administration calculates whether your benefits need to increase to keep up with inflation and the rising cost of living. Now, here's what makes this year so important. The COLA for 2025 has been officially locked in at 2.5%. That means if you're receiving Social Security retirement, supplemental security income, or Social Security disability insurance, your monthly payment is going up by 2.5% starting in January 2025. And this isn't just a January thing. This raise is permanent. It becomes part of your base payment. So next year, when they calculate the next COLA, they'll be calculating it on top of this new higher amount. That's why we call it a permanent raise. It compounds. Let me show you what this looks like in real dollars. If you're currently receiving the average Social Security retirement benefit of around $1,907 per month, your new monthly payment will be approximately $1,954. That's an extra $47 every single month. If you're on SSI and receiving the maximum federal benefit of $943 per month, your new amount will be around $967. That's an increase of about $24 per month. And if you're on SSDI with an average payment of around $1,537, you'll now be receiving approximately $1,575. That's an additional $38 each month. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, that's not a lot of money, and I hear you. When you're dealing with rising rent, higher grocery bills, and increasing medical costs, an extra $40 or $50 doesn't feel like much. But here's the thing. Without this adjustment, your purchasing power would shrink every single year. Inflation doesn't stop. Prices don't go down. So this COLA is designed to protect you from losing ground financially. Let me give you a real-world example. Imagine you're a retired teacher named Barbara. You worked for 35 years and you've been receiving $1,850 a month in Social Security. With the 2.5% COLA, Barbara's new payment will be around $1,896. That extra $46 might cover her monthly prescription copay, or it might help with her utility bill during the winter months, or maybe it's the difference between buying name brand groceries versus store brand. It might not change her life overnight, but it keeps her from falling behind. Now let's talk about when you'll actually see this money. The first payments with the new COLA increase will go out in January 2025, but here's where it gets a little tricky, and this is where a lot of people get confused. Your exact payment date depends on your birth date and the type of benefit you receive. If you're on SSI, your payment always comes on the first of the month. So your first increased payment will arrive on January 1st, 2025. However, because January 1st is a holiday, SSI recipients will actually receive their January payment on December 31st, 2024. So you'll see that raise hit your account before the new year even starts. If you're on Social Security retirement or SSDI, your payment date depends on your birth date. Here's how it breaks down. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment comes on the second Wednesday. That's January 8th, 2025. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th, your payment comes on the third Wednesday. That's January 15th, 2025. If you were born between the 21st and the 31st, your payment comes on the fourth Wednesday. That's January 22nd, 2025. Now, there is one exception. If you started receiving benefits before May 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI, you'll get your payment on the third of the month. So that would be January 3rd, 2025. I know that's a lot of dates, but the bottom line is this. Between late December 2024 and late January 2025, every single Social Security recipient will see their first permanent raise deposited into their account. And this is where you need to start thinking strategically. Because while this raise is automatic, how you manage it is not. A lot of people make the mistake of treating this extra money like bonus cash. They spend it immediately without adjusting their budget or planning ahead. But remember, this raise is meant to help you keep up with rising costs. It's not extra income. It's protection against inflation. So if your rent went up this year, that COLA might just cover the difference. If your grocery bill is higher, this adjustment helps close that gap. If your Medicare premiums increased, this raise is designed to offset that. The smartest thing you can do right now is look at your expenses over the past year. See where costs have gone up, and then allocate your COLA increase to cover those areas first. Now, here's what you need to watch out for. First, don't assume this raise will solve all your financial problems. It's a step in the right direction, but it's not a miracle. If you're struggling to make ends meet, this increase alone might not be enough. You may need to look into additional assistance programs like SNAP, energy assistance, or state supplemental payments. Second, be aware that some of your other costs might increase too. Medicare. Part B premiums typically go up each year, and that premium is automatically deducted from your Social Security check. So while your gross payment is going up by 2.5%, your net payment might increase by a smaller amount after the Medicare deduction. Third, keep an eye on your bank account in late December and early January. Make sure that increased payment actually shows up. Mistakes happen, systems glitch, and if your payment doesn't reflect the new amount, you need to contact the Social Security Administration right away. You can call them at 1-800-772-1213, or you can visit your local Social Security office. Don't wait. Don't assume it'll fix itself. If there's an error, you need to report it immediately. And finally, update your budget. Sit down with a pen and paper or open up a spreadsheet and write out your new monthly income. Then list all your fixed expenses: rent, utilities, insurance, medications. See where you stand. See if this raise gives you a little breathing room, or if you're still coming up short. If you're still short, that's okay. At least now you know, and you can start looking for solutions before you fall behind. Listen, I know dealing with Social Security can be stressful. The rules change. The payment schedules are confusing, and the Social Security Administration doesn't always communicate these updates in a way that's easy to understand. That's exactly why this channel exists. We break down every update, every payment schedule, every COLA adjustment, so you never have to worry about missing something important. We're here to protect your benefits and give you peace of mind. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe right now. Hit that bell icon so you get notified the moment we post a new update, because the next change could affect your payment, your eligibility, or your planning, and we'll make sure you know about it before it's too late. We're in this together. And we've got your back. All right, let's wrap this up. The Social Security Administration has locked in a 2.5% COLA increase for 2025. That means your monthly payment is going up permanently, starting with your first payment in late December or January. If you're on Social Security Retirement, SSDI, or SSI, this raise is automatic. You don't need to apply. You don't need to call anyone. It'll show up in your account on your regular payment date. But remember, this isn't extra money. It's protection. It's designed to help you keep up with inflation and rising costs. So use it wisely. Update your budget. plan ahead. And if you run into any issues, contact Social Security right away. You've worked hard for these benefits, you've earned them, and you deserve to understand exactly what's happening with your money. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Stay informed, stay protected, and take care of yourself.